Question and answer session, right now. Go! Are there any groups you don't like or at least learn to tolerate over time? Not a big 21 fan. What are some groups you think are underexposed? Nine Muses, Royal Pirates, FT Island. If you had the chance to debut in the K-pop entertainment industry, do you see yourself surviving its daily stresses? Probably not. Musically, yes. Fans and activity-wise, probably not. Do you find K-pop too focused on the visuals, or is there actually enough substance in the music? I actually like K-pop because of the music, not because of the visuals. The visuals are very cool, but the number one reason why I like K-pop, why I stay listening to K-pop, is the music. It's rich with variety, there's a lot of complexity, it's very interesting, there's some great songwriting going on. I like all of it. What are some groups that you feel should set an example for the industry to follow? SNSD, just the way they carry themselves is pretty amazing. And SHINEE, Super Junior, I think those are all pretty good example groups. How much do you like UKISS on a scale of Eli to Kevin? Can somebody translate for me? But in all seriousness, earlier UKISS music I wasn't as big of a fan of. Newer UKISS music I actually like quite a bit. What got you into K-pop? Actually, it was the LG phone commercial with FX and SNSD. I think the song was called Chocolate Love. I think the phone model was the LG Chocolate, but for some reason I saw that ad with FX and SNSD. I definitely liked the music and the whole concept of the groups, but I had no idea who they were. And then I think like 6 or 8 months later I was just browsing around YouTube and I accidentally found some FX music. So from there I was able to find out, oh, they're a Korean group, and then I was able to find Girls' Generation because, you know, they go by an English name, so I could search for it easily, and that was kind of my window into K-pop. In your opinion, which company is overall the best, promotion-wise, treatment-wise, song quality, etc., etc.? I have to go with SM Entertainment. I don't understand all the SM haters, especially in recent times. I think they put out just amazing, amazing music. Yeah, they have a lot of groups dancing in a box, but usually it's a very interesting box, and they're starting to get away from that, but I have to come back to the music, the quality of the production, the songwriting, the performances, the training. SM is just, they've got it together. They've really got it together. What do you think about the whole sexy trend that occurred since this year? Does it actually work for groups? I think it's been going on a lot longer than that. It's been going on in the American pop music industry. I think it can work to an extent because it gets shock value, I guess. But eventually, if you keep pushing that, it'll turn into the American music industry where everyone is totally naked basically in all of their music videos, and there is no longer a thing called shock value because everything has already been done. But what I like to see and what I hope groups will do is just keep it classy if you're gonna go for that. Do you like Nine Muses? If you do, who is your favorite member? I do like Nine Muses. Originally I didn't want to like them because they appeared on the surface to be a very blatant SNSD copy group. But upon watching them, I immediately became a fan. They can sing live. They're actually very different from SNSD, and I like them a lot. My favorite members are Sarah, Kyungri, and Hyuna. What was the first K-pop group you really got into? Are they still your main biases? FX was the first group that I ever got into, and Luna is still probably number 3 on my overall list, so yes, she's still very high up on my list. Which SNSD member would you like to meet and perhaps even go on a date with? Yuri. Who are your favorite singers on the K-pop scene? Taeyeon, Luna, Mina, Sarah, Kyungri, Onu, Jonghyun, Kyuhyun, and Leo, Kan, Jangmin. Do you think similar concepts like Shy Boy and Darling are something negative for Korean music, or that there's something normal? I think it's totally normal. There's a lot of copycatting going on in every music industry. If you're inspired by things, if you have similar concepts, if you have similar styles, similar tonal combinations for music, I only think it's a problem if you are blatantly copying and ripping something off, because that's stealing someone's intellectual property. What do you think of the whole DBSK split? To be honest, I like their new music as a duo a lot better. What kind of concept do you like the most? Usually something cool and classy and kind of cutting edge and just sort of intense and in your face. For music concepts, I don't really care as long as it's just good to me and I like how it sounds. I don't care if it's a ballad or a dance track or a pop rock track. I don't care as long as it's good music. What are your favorite genres of music outside of K-pop? Just any other kind of dance, electronic or pop, rock, metal, vintage rock, hard rock, 80s rock, pretty much all kinds of rock. Also some of the older stuff like brass rock with Chicago, Toto, Huey Lewis and the News, where you got a horn section plus a rock band. I also like a lot of funk, 70s groups like Earth, Wind and Fire, jazz, classical music, some country. I listen to a lot of different kinds of music. What is your favorite band? My favorite band is not a K-pop group. It's actually Van Halen, which is an American rock group. If you don't know who they are, you need to check them out. What is your favorite instrument to play? My favorite instrument's probably guitar. I think I'm definitely more practiced and I guess accomplished on trumpet, but I taught myself guitar and it just comes a lot easier. I have to practice less to maintain my hands versus the trumpet where I have to play every day to really keep my lip in shape. So I think guitar is definitely the instrument I feel most comfortable on. Which groups do you think would make an epic collab? Actually, I should probably make a separate video on this. I have so many ideas for this. I'm constantly saying, what if we took this member out of this group and put that member in instead? I love to see, like on TV, when groups cover other group songs. Like there's a group of, I think 3 different girl groups covered Mr. Mister by SNSD. That was awesome. Anytime you're doing covers of your peers or contemporaries' music, I think that's really awesome, and I would love to see companies do that where they split up groups and just have other odd groupings to make like maybe a single or a mini album. I think that would be really cool and I think the fans would like it too. Would you ever want to work for a K-music company? By that I mean make music / produce, etc. Definitely. I'm currently looking to work with any K-pop groups or companies who are interested. I do songwriting, producing, mixing, even a little bit of mastering, all in my studio, and I would love to have the opportunity to work with a K-pop group or a K-pop label because I think the overall quality of the music in that genre is just amazing. I'm a huge fan first and foremost, and hopefully we can make that happen sometime. Do you ever find your bias for a certain group clouds your judgment on a song? As in, you like a group so much that you almost make more of an effort to like the song if at first you don't actually like it? Actually, no. For me, the opposite is true. If I expect something from one of my favorite groups, like say SNSD or SHINEE or VIX, and they put out a song that doesn't quite impress me as much, it's actually more disappointing and I notice it faster because I'm like, come on guys, you're my favorite group, you should be putting out music that I absolutely love every time. And I know that's a completely unfair and unrealistic expectation, but if my favorite people aren't doing the best that I think they can do, it kind of bugs me and I wish they would do better. Luckily, my favorite groups and artists haven't disappointed me very often. Some of them not at all. But again, in my reaction / review videos, if one of my favorite groups has a song that I don't like, I will definitely call them out for it. How long do you think you'll be into K-pop for? I'll be into K-pop as long as the groups keep making great music. Who's your favorite dancer in K-pop? Probably Hyoyeon or Yoonhyuk. Show us your favorite pair of shoes. And? Jordans? Have you ever encountered a song and MV that you didn't like or found disappointing, and if so, how did you deal with it? Would you give an honest review or sugarcoat it a little? Actually, I do not sugarcoat things. If you watch my reviews, I've definitely pointed out things that I don't like at all. One thing I have done in the past, which I won't do anymore, is if I completely hated a song, I would just skip over it and not do a reaction, because I just didn't want to make like an 8-minute bash fest. But a lot of people have actually asked me to just react to all the major releases, and if I don't like them, I'll definitely still give you guys my honest opinion. Do you prefer dancing MVs or MVs with a storyline? I like both, actually. It doesn't really matter to me. Do you review only recent releases? Right now, yes, but as I have more time, we're gonna go back and react to a lot of older K-pop from probably about 2009 up. We have another question here from Blowin' Fart Bubbles. Yes, that's their username. Do you review K-pop only, or do you venture out into K-rock, K-indie, R&B, etc.? I do listen to a lot of those other sub-genres of K-pop, and as things come up, we'll try to review some of those too. Wow, that was a lot of questions. I didn't get to every single one because I got so many. I'm really surprised. Thank you guys for submitting them. but I saved the questions that I didn't answer, and I'll be doing another question and answer video really soon. So if you have any more questions that I didn't answer in this video, leave them in the comments section, join our Facebook group, or leave your question on any of the forums that I happen to be on. koforum.net is a great one, so just find my threads over there and you can leave your questions or your comments there as well. I'm also going to be updating some personal vlogs, just talking a little bit about my personal life and my music and my studio, because a lot of people were asking about that. And of course, we're going to continue the reactions, continue the reviews, and I'll see you guys next time.